This is my unknown Reaper cross from, originally it's supposed to have been a Reaper from Pepperliver. And I saved the seeds because of how productive it was, and the pods looked really cool. I mean, look, they're just like, I mean, it's just crazy. That's how it was last year. It's a really tiny plant, but just like puts out tons of pods. So, I think I'm gonna taste this guy back here. Got a little bit of ripening left to do. He's almost there. They're not Reaper hot, but but it is pretty hot. It is definitely super hot level, but anyway, we'll see what it looks like. It's Peter Stanley. Got another pod test. I don't really have a name for this one yet, but I've just been calling it not a Reaper. But it was from last year. I was growing some Reaper from Pepperliver seeds, and one plant had, you know, pretty much like this, or slightly different. But they weren't Reapers, but I liked them because they produced a lot, and they had a decent flavor and a lot of heat. Not quite Reaper hot, but it was up there. I don't know what it was crossed with, but I liked it enough to save seeds, and this is from those saved seeds, so I guess this will be an F2 of whatever the cross is. I theorized that it was maybe a Reaper cross with a paper lantern. Here are two more. I'm going to do the review on this smaller one just because they are kind of hot. But anyway, I've got one of my paper lanterns. They're about the same size. This is the Not a Reaper, and this is the paper lantern. And the growth habits are the same. Both are small bushy plants. Both produce real heavy, thick clumps of peppers hanging together. The flavor I remember from the first generation had a mild kind of flavor, kind of like the paper, kind of like the paper lantern. But it was way hotter. It was definitely in the super hot range of heat. I haven't tried any off of this year's plant. I am saving seed on it, so I'll have F3, I guess, for next year. But let's cut this open and we'll see what it looks like. So this pod is 5.1 grams. Some little droplets of it's kind of soaked in there over here. It's fairly seedy. Most of the oil is kind of soaked into the placenta, it looks like. There's some coating the inner walls. That's kind of a Reaper smell, but not fully. Kind of muted. Alrighty, let's see what it tastes like. Okay. Yeah, this one scares me a little because I remember they're pretty hot last year. And I never ate a whole pot of one last year either. I just ate slices. Anyway, here goes the Not a Reaper. Flavor is kind of, I didn't really like it too much. It was kind of floral, a little bit bitter. This one didn't taste as good as the ones I had last year. Could just be that pod. Very seedy. Heat was pretty immediate even before I swallowed it. More so now. Starting to go for the back of my throat. Kind of the back of my tonsils. A lot of salivation going on. Feel kind of the heat sitting down in my chest a little bit. After the bitterness kind of went away. I don't have any bad aftertaste. It is a pretty searing heat. Still building, I think. Yeah, I feel that back of my throat. Really good. It's kind of like what a lot of supers tend to do that to me. I got the lava breath going on. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's still building or not. It hasn't let up either. I think it's still building some. Yeah, it's really going for the back of my throat, my tonsils. Pretty much almost 100%. A little bit in my mouth burn, but yeah, the flavor, the first pot I ate from the plant last year I didn't like. Then as the season progressed, it seemed like the pots tasted a little better. That could be what's going on here. Those 3 pots I showed you, the first 3 ripe ones, and that one wasn't even fully ripe. It's almost ripe. It had a little bit of a sweetness, but the floral was almost like a soapiness. The floral, kind of bitter, but wasn't my favorite flavor. It's very seedy. The plant is extremely productive. Well, like it was, I mean, last year was too. Had a lot of pods. I saved a lot. Vacuum sealed, froze a lot. I can't remember what I'll use the fresh ones for. I think cooked with some. I think I made a powder blend with some. I know I dried a bunch of them. I don't remember what I did with the powder. I think I made a blend. Oh, I know what I did. I used a big pile of them with some other peppers, some primos and reapers. These and a few other types. I smoked and then fermented and made a sauce. It was pretty good. Yeah, it's peaked, but it's not gone down a whole lot. Yeah, it's starting to go down a little bit. Yeah, it didn't seem as hot as some of those last year, but it was a smaller pod, slightly underripe, but I can tell it got my heart rate up a little bit. It's because I'm breathing heavier. Yeah, I'll sample it more as it produces more too. And I've already got an isolation bag on it, so I should be able to get some pods. I should need many as CD as it is. Just a few probably give me a lot next year. I give a lot of these seeds I'm growing now away too, so maybe some floating around. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna wrap this up, and yeah, it's going down now. Still a lot of heat's left my throat. It's kind of gone back to like roof of my mouth. But yeah, I think it's a good pepper. It's just I didn't like the flavor of this one early on, but the badness kind of went away. It had quite a bit of heat. Wasn't really super hot level heat, but it had quite a bit. Probably, I don't know, at least 3 times hotter than habanero, give or take. Maybe a little more. Anyway, so that was the Not a Reaper. Don't have a name for it. Could be a paper lantern cross. That's just a theory, based on observations, but I have no idea really. Anyway, I hope you liked that, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.